Right now to CNN anchor Lynda Kinkade. Lynda, help put this into some sort of perspective, because it's quite rare in Australia, a country you know well, to see a shooting attack like this.
Yeah, that's right, Wolf. This is incredibly rare. The last mass shooting in Australia was 3 decades ago. Back in 1996, the Port Arthur massacre in Tasmania. Some 35 people were killed, including children who were hunted down. And that was so horrific. The Prime Minister at the time, John Howard, came out and enacted some of the world's strictest gun laws. They banned semi-automatic rifles. They launched a national registration system for firearms, and they enacted a buyback system. So anyone with a firearm had to essentially hand it in. They were compensated, and hundreds of thousands of firearms were destroyed. As you were just speaking to Nick about, we now know the accused gunman in this attack had 6 firearms registered under his name, the father who is now deceased. The son, of course, is in hospital with gunshot wounds. And this attack, of course, happened at Bondi Beach, a beach I know really well, Wolf. It's one of Australia's most iconic beaches. It's known for surfing, it's known for cultural festivals and sporting activities. And, you know, I've got a cousin who lives in the area who's part of the Jewish community who was at a Hanukkah event, not that one. She went to a smaller event because of this fear over hate crimes in Australia right now.
Because the fear is a legitimate fear. Organizations in Australia, I've noted, have reported a dramatic rise in anti-Semitic attacks in recent years. What do we know about this?
Yeah, that's right, Wolf. Sadly, over the last couple of years, there has been an absolute surge in hate crimes in Australia. Now, according to the Executive Council of Australian Jews, in the last 12 months, there were more than 1,600 anti-Semitic incidents that were reported. Now, that includes things like vandalism on high schools, Jewish high schools, outside schools. There was also a synagogue in Melbourne that was firebombed late last year and destroyed. Now, that figure of 1,600, that's more than 3 times the level that we saw, the rate that we saw before the Israel-Gaza war began. And the year prior to that, just after the war began, it was 4 times that rate. So we've seen a surge in hate crime. There has also been attacks on Palestinians and Arabs as well, but especially the Jewish community. And from those I've been speaking to in the Jewish community, they were telling me that many of the events they have right now are generally events where they register online once they receive an invitation. And then once their registration has been accepted, they receive a text message on the day of the celebration, on the day of the event, telling them the location. So this was quite an unusual event where it was so publicly advertised and it was out in the open, and clearly not much security, Wolf.
Yeah, I've noticed that here in the United States as well. Jewish organizations sending invitations to various events, but only after you RSVP and provide some information do they tell you exactly where the event is taking place. There's security, intensive security here in the U.S. involving the Jewish community as well. Lynda Kinkade, thanks very much for your reporting. Appreciate it very much.